there's a statistic of people who are paying child support, and 62.9% of white men are on child support. Only 15.1% of black men are on child support.
Can you drop that stat in the back chat?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
So
it's impossible, because the reason I say that's so impossible, and if that is the truth, that just lets you know how bad black women are. That means they picking. Listen, that means they picking men that don't even fall in the category of getting no child support. That means these niggas is probably, and you probably right. That mean a dope nigga got all the babies. You can't put a nigga on child support, ain't got a W-2. So if that stat is true,
hey, you went.
Your mic went out.
That was me.
Your mic went. Your mic
Your
went
mic
out.
went out.
Hey, so here's what I say, ladies.
Point too.
Uh-oh.
So let me ask you guys a question. This is an important, I mean, now that everything is transpiring the way it is, what do you guys think about child support from this point on? Because now people are forced to have children, and I know a lot of men especially are truly against child support. So how do you think that that's going to affect especially the men? You know, I want to hear from a man's perspective.
Child support still gonna keep black women in a comfortable position at the
Is
bottom.
it really comfortable? I mean, unless he has money, right?
Come on. In most cases, majority of these women at child support, where they sitting at on a socioeconomic level.
In the project, still collecting their Section 8.
Come on, man. Let's just be real.
And they
Accountability is important when you talk about this subject right here.
So are we trying to say that only women so we're saying people who have money don't have children out of wedlock?
No, what I'm saying is
I think the
there's
numbers
an epidemic going on in the black community, and the black community can never increase in power unless we give up this bullshit government assistance.
So my thing is child support. Y'all are saying like the numbers that I've heard from child support is like nothing. Like I hear like men pay child support like $200 a week, you know, and like that's $800 a month. And like what does that pay for to raise a child? Like I thank you, I guess, for your contribution, but like if you're gonna blow it in my face because you gave me $800, you know, like
some people not getting $800.
Why would you take $800? Why would you take $800?
That's what the child support is.
Let me
I know people who are getting like $296 a week, and I'm like,
so it's better to let the man take care of the child.
But they're not. That's the point. The man is not taking the child. That's why the woman took the man to court to get child support because they're not providing for the child.
Okay, so then you got to back all the way up to the beginning.
Everybody stop. Everybody stop.
Hey, let Rio go. Let Rio go. He been.
So I think
Real, you have been quiet.
So I think what Bruiser is saying is we need to make it more uncomfortable for people who have found themselves in that position. I mean, ultimately, we're talking about Roe versus Wade, and then we're talking about, okay, well, what's my safety net once I bring this child to term? And I think that maybe people will think a little more critically about this whole process if they realize, damn, I'm literally going to have to level up financially and in a whole lot of other different ways in order to be able to care for this child that I'm bringing into the world by somebody that I may not even know. You know what I mean? Right. So, you know, we was laughing and joking, but it is something that is commented on often on some of our other panels, dig discipline. Well, now, yeah, pussy discipline is a thing. It is really a thing, and it'll become more of a thing if we don't have that crutch.
Because y'all had complete freedom.
King Rio, though. King Rio, can you give me credit for that? I made pussy discipline. You gotta give me credit for my lie.
I'll be honest. I do not have my son's father on child support because I know how the system will work. They will take everything from him. He is a veteran himself, and I knew the one time that I thought about it, I knew I was just doing it out of spite. And the time and energy I'm assuming it takes to take a man to child support, you could be used to take care of that child. What was you about to say, Quest?
I'm sorry. I'll let you finish. I thought you were done. My bad.
No, it's cool. I can't speak for every woman because I've been fortunate to be able to take care of my son with or without assistance and supports, even when it's been hard. But I put myself in that situation to be a single mother or an unwed mother because my son's father is involved in his life. So let me correct that. However, I have seen and witnessed women use the court system, the time, and they don't even get much as much as they think they should have. And everybody loses. You know, their license gets suspended, their, you know, VA benefits get docked. It gets really nasty for the men.
You can get arrested too,
and you
right?
know what?
Let me. I'm sorry, that's my sister's dog. But I wanted to throw something out there. Let me close the door first. You guys can continue to talk, but I think this is.
I was gonna say she started with the men, so
there's a couple of things that I wanted to acknowledge about what you just said, Amber. Is, and look, as a black man, you trying to protect us from the court system. I can appreciate that. Like, I think that's real. I also appreciate you for acknowledging the fact that your son's father wants to do in his life. In the same way that I acknowledge that even though how things went down with Quest and his oldest child's baby's mom, he is still an active father. I think we need that to be clear. In the days and times that we are in right now, black men will, whether or not we want it, the child or not, will be active in our kids' life, and we are active in our children's lives. And I think that's why it's so personal. If we're trying to tell you this is not the right time, it's because we know once the child gets here, we're going to take on a responsibility whether or not we want it or not.
On God.
So let me just throw this stat out there. So there's a statistic of people who are paying child support, and 62.9% of white men are on child support. Only 15.1% of black men are on child support.
Can you drop that stat in the back chat?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
So
it's impossible because the reason I say that's so impossible. And if that is the truth, that just lets you know how bad black women are. That means they picking, listen, that means they picking men that don't even fall in the category of getting no child support. That means these niggas is probably, and you probably right. That means a dope nigga got all the babies. You can't put a nigga on child support, ain't got a W-2. So if that stat is true,
hey, you went.
Your mic went out.
That was me.
Your mic went. Your mic went
Went
out.
out.
Hey,
Right.
so here's what I
Drive
say,
home
ladies.
his point too.
Uh-oh.
And another
Here's
stat
what I say.
that
You hear me?
And he's still going.
right.
Still
And
going.
Ladies.
another thing too
Hold
is
on.
what you're saying about the child support, to kind of piggyback off of that a little bit as well, is that absentee fathers, so not only are they not paying child support, but in terms of absentee fathers, it dropped a little bit in 2010. For black men, it was at 66% of absentee fathers, and it dropped slightly, so which that's good, you know, but it was at, now in 2019 it was at 64%.
but baby, can you get the stats though, please? Because I'm just saying, I work in corporate America.
Okay, she just dropped that. I'll look for mine and I'll drop it in the back chat as well. But basically what I was going to say is that even with that, I want to give credit where credit's due. So I can appreciate the fact that you do have more men who are stepping up to the plate. So it drops from 66 to 64%. So I'm going to give props for that. However, even with that being said, black men are still the highest group of men that are absentee fathers. Yes, women have to take responsibility in terms of who they are having babies by, but that still does not negate the fact that men have a responsibility that they have not been stepping up to. So we do need to, look at that as well, because who suffers at the end of the day is the child. because all of the stats are out there that basically supports and says that children do better from a 2-parent household. If you know you're not going to be with the mother, that does not mean that you should not be an active part in your child's life. But
no one cares about the child until after all this shit happened. Right. Nobody's talking about the child until
right. And what I find
now
a lot of times is that with and this is anecdotal, let me say that now, just based on what I've seen, is that a lot of times with men, if they are not with a woman, then they kind of don't be involved with the kid. So it's like, if I'm in a relationship with you, you're a conditional father based on the fact of your relationship with the mother. Now, on the flip side of that, I have also seen where women use the kid as a tool, to get back at the dad, to, stuff like that. And I don't think that that's right either.
Well, let me ask you this.
As a responsible adult, we have to take ourselves out of the situation and do what's in the best interest of that child.